Oh, Felicia, did you make these?
We did.
Unbelievable. Now these are decals.
They are decals.
I need you to teach me.
I can
you
do that.
teach me how to Dougie?
Oh
wait, no, not to Dougie, but can you teach me how to make decals and stickers?
I can teach you how to make decals and stickers.
And can we talk about the differences in decals and stickers?
Let's do it.
This will be like the ultimate guide to making stickers and decals with your Cricut Joy Xtra.
Let's do it. Let's get started in Cricut Design Space software to make our window decals. The first thing we're going to do is go under Images on the left and search for pumpkin with leaves. And when the search results come up, we're going to scroll through the list until we find a pumpkin with leaves that we think will work for this project. So I found this pumpkin here with the bow, but I really don't want the bow on my particular pumpkin. So I'm going to click on these triple dots. And then there's this feature here, View Similar Images Beta. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it'll give me a listing of the images that are very similar to the one that I had selected originally, this pumpkin with the bow. And I like this first one here, so I'm going to click on Add to Canvas. And at the bottom, I'm going to click View. Here's the pumpkin that I'd like to use for my project. I can size this down to about 4 inches. And I think I like that. And I want about 4 of those at that size. And I'm going to go ahead and right-click on that image and duplicate it. Move this over to the size. And I'm going to size this one down to about 3 inches. All right, I'm pretty happy with the way that looks, and I'm going to go ahead and right-click on the 3-inch one and duplicate it again. So now I've got 2 3-inchers and a 4-inch pumpkin that I'm going to cut on my Cricut Joy Xtra. So I have the Joy Xtra selected in the top right corner. I'm going to go ahead and click on Make It. And we're going to cut this on matte. And I actually want to have 4 big pumpkins, the 4-inch pumpkins, and I want 8 of the small inch pumpkins. So I'm going to increase the project copies in the top left to 4 and click Apply. So now I have 4 big pumpkins and 4 small pumpkins on the first mat, and then 4 additional pumpkins on the second mat. All of those will be cut with the orange vinyl. And then I have another mat for my stems and another mat for my leaves. So I'll click on the first mat again, and then I'll click on Continue. It'll make a Bluetooth connection to my Cricut Joy, and then I'll select the type of vinyl I'm using, which is going to be the setting for the Premium Vinyl Permanent Glossy, and we'll go ahead and set it up on the mat and start the cut process. We're going to use Tech Wrap Bubble-Free Chrome Vinyl in orange, brown, and green for this project. They come in a roll that's 12 inches wide, and we're going to cut each one down to size based on the size for each color mat in Design Space. Now that we have all of our vinyl cut down to size, we're going to remove the protective cover from our mat and add our first color, which is the orange. We cut it already down to the 8.5 by almost 11. And we're ready to send this through the Cricut Joy. let's take that exact same design and make a sticker out of it. But before we get started with making the sticker, let's first calibrate for print and cut with our new Cricut Joy Xtra. To do that, we're going to go up under our name at the top, in the top right, and click on Settings. And from there, click on Machines and Machine Calibration. Select your device. In my case, this is the Joy Xtra. And then click Start. And we'll select our printer and go ahead and print the print and cut calibration page. Got our print and cut calibration completed and everything lines up perfectly. We're ready to take our pumpkin that we used for a decal on our door and convert that into a sticker. Now right now, if I select the whole pumpkin, you can see that everything is a basic cut. What we're wanting to do is make this a print and cut. So you can do that by changing the operation to print then cut. You can also, I'll undo that. You can also select it, and in the bottom right, click on Flatten. It also makes it a print and cut, and you can see that it says print and cut in your layers on the right. The next thing we want to do is add an offset. So we're going to go ahead and select our pumpkin, and in the ribbon across the top, we're going to click on Offset, and we're going to reduce or increase. You can see if I go left, it reduces the blue outline or the amount of space around my pumpkin. Or if I increase it to the right, you can see I have more. I'm going to go ahead and reduce this down to about, let's go up just a hair. Let's go about 0.056 and apply. By default, the color of the offset is black. So we're going to go ahead and click on the operation in the color box and change that to white. Now I can't really see my offset, but if I go to the box in the bottom right of my layers, you'll see blank canvas. And if you click on that white color box next to it, the ribbon across the top allows you to change the color of your canvas. So I've changed it to a light gray or maybe even a darker gray. And now I can see my white offset on my pumpkin, and it looks to be the way I want. I'm going to go ahead and select the pumpkin plus the offset and flatten that again. At this point, I'm ready to send this to the printer to make a sticker. And what that looks like, I've got my Cricut Joy Xtra selected and click on Make It. And this is what my pumpkin's going to look like when I go to cut it. You can increase the number of pumpkins without having to add more onto your canvas itself. You can increase it here under Project Copies. Let's say we want 4. And there you have 4. Or maybe we have more room on our sheet to add a couple more. So let's maximize the amount of stickers that we put on our sheet to 6. Now we can send that over to our printer to print and then perform the cut operation. We've increased the number of pumpkins we have on our sticker sheet to 6, so we're ready to go ahead and continue and print these out so we can do our print and cut. So we're going to go ahead and select our printer, the Epson XP4205 series. We're going to reduce or take bleed off. And why are we taking bleed off? We just talked about this.
Because bleed will give you a little bit extra ink on the side in the event you don't want to do those white borders. So if you want to cut directly to the edge of the color of the pumpkin, but we don't want to do that. We want to add a little bit of white border. I mean, most professional stickers do have a white border around them, right?
Yep.
In my opinion. So yeah, we're going to take off the bleed. We don't want that additional bleed.
All right, and so we're going to go ahead and turn Use System dialog box on and click Print. And then with our printer selected, we're going to click on Preferences and just check the preferences that we have set here. We are using the setting for, which one would you like to use for this? This is a matte vinyl.
I would do matte, photo paper matte.
Photo paper matte?
Yeah,
let's do that one. Let's try it. Is there anything else under advanced? Nope, that's it.
It is vinyl. It's not really paper, so this is kind of an
experiment. Let's go ahead and say OK. And we're going to load our paper into our printer. And then go ahead and click on Print. Those pumpkins look amazing.
Dude,
the color is on point.
All
right, so now we're going to come over here and remove the cover on our mat and put our stickers on. So we're going to go ahead and open up our Joy. And in Cricut Design Space, click on Browse All Materials. And we're going to type in printable vinyl, and we're going to choose printable sticker paper with a gray liner. This one doesn't have the gray liner, but it does have the pressure that we need to cut these as stickers versus kiss cut. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So we're ready to go ahead and load in our mat into the Cricut.
What kind of cut are you doing here?
We're doing a die cut versus a kiss cut. And a die cut will give you the individual stickers like you would see at a store or at an art show that you could just grab and go.
In case you want to give them away or sell them.
Right. Yeah. A kiss cut, I'm going to go ahead and click on Go in the software to make the cut start happening. A kiss cut would mean that all these stickers would still be left on the sheet and you would peel away the excess.
There's no way to distribute those then.
Right. You distribute the sheet versus or cut around them.
I gotcha. So die cut is cutting them into shapes.
Right.
What's it doing now?
It's scanning the registration marks so it knows where to do the print or the cut.
Whoa, this is so advanced. What other Cricut machines do this print and cut, do you know?
Every Cricut machine will do the print then cut except for the Cricut Joy.
I don't think the Venture does it either.
The Venture does print and cut.
It does?
It does.
Wow.
And you can do larger print and cut with the Venture because of the size of the machine.
Well, that's exciting. So you could do bazillions of stickers on that one.
You could do bazillions of stickers on that one, or you could do a very large print and cut.
Stickers, yeah.
Right. It doesn't have to be a sticker. It could be
maybe the window clings or decals.
Yeah, why not? We could make a huge sunshine and put it on our back patio window.
That's pretty cool. Ah, so it's doing the die cut kind of. It's pretty fast.
It is pretty quick, isn't it?
That's all the way around it perfectly.
All right, so now that it's done, we're going to click Unload in the software. And then we're going to turn our mat over, peel off our excess. Perfect.
The borders look
perfect border, right? I mean, that is
really,
nice.
really good. Very nice. Look at that. Oh, that looks amazing. Let's build some stickers. I got a couple of logos I want you to pull in. How do you do that? How do you get them into Design Space?
All right, so in Design Space on a new canvas, we're going to click on the Upload button in the left navigation menu.
All right.
And we're going to click the Upload Image button and browse to where we have those images stored on our computer. I happen to have them right here in this Upload folder under my Downloads.
Cool.
So we're going to go ahead and pull in each one of these individually. And
who are they? Models?
Yeah, right. And we're going to click on Complex because we're going to make print and cut stickers out of these, okay?
Cool.
And do you want this background in here or do you want me to take it out?
No, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of sketch, right? Looks like we're vampires.
So we're going to go ahead and click on the Remove Background button.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And with magic, it takes out the background of the image that we pulled in.
One button does that?
One button does that.
That's perfect.
Perfect, right?
That's all in Cricut?
All in Cricut.
I applaud Cricut. Nice work on your software.
We're going to go ahead and click on Apply and Continue. And from here you have the option to click on Cut Image or Print Then Cut. And that's what we want, Print Then Cut.
Beautiful.
And we'll call this, we can name it whatever we want, Fresh and Felicia.
Oh, who are they?
And then we'll click on Upload. All right, we're not going to pull that into our canvas just yet. We're going to upload several more of these images. Upload the next image that we want to pull in.
All right.
Which is our Cruise Reviews logo.
Ooh, that looks hot.
So we're going to click on Complex again and continue. And we'll go ahead and remove that white background with the touch of a button.
Why do we have to remove a white background?
That's up to you.
Oh, we lost a wave.
Okay, we can undo that. There's an undo
three
button.
waves, right?
Okay, you're right. So you want to leave the white background on this one?
Does it matter?
It's up to you.
Let's leave it and see what happens.
Okay, let's leave it. Let's
Because
say
really,
apply.
printers don't print white. Somehow
And so your sticker for this one is going to be a square.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll just say Cruise Reviews and upload that.
That's why you remove white.
And then we're going to go ahead and upload again.
So you remove white, it'll cut around the rest of the remaining stuff.
Right.
I see.
Then we're going to pull in our family unit logo.
My God, I'm learning so much.
Complex, continue. And we'll go ahead and remove the
Yeah,
white
remove
on
that.
this one.
Get out of
okay?
there.
Okay, so then we'll say apply. And we'll call this family unit.
But Felicia, what if I wanted to add letters under there?
We will add family unit under the logo when we pull it into the canvas.
This is the best class I've ever gone to.
All right, so we're going to upload one more.
I wish this was college.
We're going to upload one more, and this time we're going to upload a photo.
Wait, you can upload photos and make stickers?
We can. So we're going to upload this one of you on a cruise ship, but we're going to take it and we're going to make it a circle versus a square.
Are you kidding me right now?
So we're not going to remove the background on this one. We're just going to
leave that
click
there.
apply, and we're going to name this Tim.
I see Superman jumping over a cruise ship in the ocean. I hope he can swim.
And then we're going to choose print then cut and say upload.
Me likey.
Okay, so these are the 4 that we're going to pull in. So we're going to click on all 4. So they've got a green box around them.
Cool.
And then add to canvas.
This is where the magic happens.
All 4 of them are now loaded in canvas, on our canvas. We're going to, all 4 are selected. You can see that over here in our layers. So we're going to go ahead and downsize these so they're a little bit more manageable for us. Okay, and then click and separate them all. Thank you.
Look at you.
So
How
we
you
have
doing?
4 images.
Okay.
We'll size this one down here a little bit.
I see inches along the top there. So how
Right.
wide
So this is 3.19 inches by 3.8 inches.
So you have to fit all that all on like an 8.5 inch wide sheet, right?
All 4 of these we're going to print on one sheet of sticker paper.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and play with this one right here. The caricature of us. And
I can't say that word. I'm proud of it.
it's already a print and cut. So we're going to go ahead and add a little offset to it. And we're going to make it a little smaller.
So the offset is that little white border around it.
Would be the border around it. In this case, because I'm going to click apply, and it defaults to a black offset, which I kind of like. You can change the offset to white if you want. You can't see the white here, so let's go down to our blank canvas and click on the color box and change the color to a gray so you can see.
Oh, so it kind of pops now.
Right, so that's the
I
white
like the
offset,
white around it.
And here is the black offset.
No.
You want white?
I like the white offset.
Okay.
It makes it look like a real sticker.
All right, so then we're going to click and drag and select both of those layers and then click on the flatten button. So this one's ready to go. You can still size it down to whatever size that you want it to be.
Wait,
but this
can I
one's
ask you
ready
a
to
question?
go.
Why did you flatten it?
Flatten it makes it so that it can print then cut.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Standard operating
Standard
procedure?
operating procedure.
I smell you.
All right, so what about the cruise reviews? What do you want to do with this one?
That's a nice square. Look at that.
It's a nice square. How about if we put a little bit of a border around it
Do it.
and maybe make that a color?
Ooh, sneaky. And then white around the outside of the border?
Well, you can if you want. We can do like a deep blue, or we can just leave it like that.
Do you want to see if it cuts on the border?
We can leave it and see how it works.
All right, let's try it.
Try that one?
Like it.
All right, so we're going to select both of those.
You have to
and
flatten that?
them. So
Oh, see? See?
They're grouped together, so that's a nice sticker.
Paying attention.
So let's do this one here.
Uh-oh, this is where it gets complicated.
This is the picture of you, so I blew it up just a little bit.
Why is it so dark?
Okay, we can change the background of our canvas back to white so you can see it. It's just a dark picture. It's just the only picture I had.
Okay.
All right. So here we want to make a circle of this, right?
Oh, yeah, I like it a little circle-y.
So we're going to go under Shapes on the left and choose Circle.
This doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. So you see, there you are.
And now there I'm not.
There you're not.
Have I been erased?
I'm going to align those
Like
center.
Schwarzenegger.
And then with both of those layers selected, in the bottom right, I'm going to click on slice.
You have been erased.
All right.
Slice.
So it sliced them. So I'm going to click on the first slice layer and delete that. Oops. And then I'm going to click on this slice layer and delete that. And
Wait, whoa.
now you are a circle.
What did you just do there?
Right? You want to see it again?
Yeah.
Undo.
For those people
Undo.
playing along at home.
Undo.
So you put a circle on top
I
of
put
me.
a circle on top of you.
Okay.
Okay? And then I selected both. Click and drag to select both of them. Even though Cruise Reviews is sitting over
sure
it,
the
it's not
circle's
selected.
selected?
The circle is highlighted here in
I see
your
it.
layers, and so is your picture. So in the bottom right, I'm going to click on slice.
Slice.
And then I can move things around.
Oh, wait a minute.
And see, there's your circle. So I'll get rid of the pieces that I don't need anymore,
clever.
and there is your circle.
There's probably 20 ways a Sunday to do that,
There
but that's pretty clever.
possibly is. And we're going to give it an offset.
I like.
Apply it.
Oh, I like the black around that.
You like the black or the white?
Ooh, I don't know.
the
Tough
blue?
one. You pick.
Gray.
Let's do a weird color. Make it like red.
Okay.
There it is.
Select them both. Flatten them.
Flatten.
And now we can size it to what we want
This
and
is a
move
lot
it out of the way.
of like what we do in Photoshop.
It is, right?
Layers, putting layers together and flattening things. Got it.
So now here's our family unit logo. Okay. And you wanted to add text.
I need to add some text to that.
So let's click on the text tool on the left.
Right now
and
it looks
type
like a
in
chicken.
family unit. Oops, unit.
It looks like a
Looks
chicken.
like a chicken?
Just don't make it red.
And we're going to change our font to a font that we use when we do this typically.
Is this in the style guide?
This is in the style guide. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Okay. There, it's a marketing thing. Never mind.
Okay. Oh, it's, yes, now I know what
You
you're
know
talking
now.
about. Now I know what you're talking about. All right, we'll size it down and maybe we'll make that black. Okay, and we'll click on both, select both, and then align them horizontally.
Oh, that's handy.
And then we'll select them both. You like that? Is that what you had in mind?
That looks great. Yeah.
Is that what you
Actually,
had
you
in
know what
mind?
I would do? I would do it an at and do it all in lowercase
This
so people can find me.
at family.
That's what I want.
Okay.
That's how we find our YouTube channel, isn't it?
And we'll select both layers and align those as well.
Whoa, that centering is pretty cool.
Right? You can flatten those so you can see what they would look like print and cut, but let's apply a nice offset to it as well. Now, let's talk about this.
Go ahead.
Okay? Now I've got a nice small offset around it, but I also have these gaps in here. So here's a trick. Increase the amount of offset you have and apply it.
Whoa.
Okay, and we'll change it to white so you can see everything
Oh,
still.
okay. Thank you.
Then go back under offset and now apply a negative, and you can see my blue outline.
What?
See that? So now when I offset that, it's not going to have any of those gaps around it.
I'm totally confused about what you just did right now.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah, I can
let's
do it
go,
again.
But wait, let's go ahead and apply. Okay, let's do it again. Undo, undo, undo. Okay,
Do it again.
do it again. That's my image that I'm going to create a sticker out of. So I'm going to apply an offset.
All right.
Okay,
We're going to
and
do
we're gonna do
positive offset.
Positive offset. If I do one that's got just narrow gap around it, right? So you can see the outline is of the blue is just
Oh, it's going to cut them
padding.
separately?
So no, it's not, but it's going to have these holes in here. You see these little tiny holes? I'm going to apply that so you can see it. So here's, oops,
Whoa.
undo. Here's what my offset looks like.
So it's going to
See?
cut the inside?
So it's going to cut the inside.
we don't
All
want
those
that.
okay, so we don't want that,
yeah.
right? I'm going to go offset.
Remember, keep it simple for people like me.
Keep
Don't
it
get
simple.
crazy.
So you see the holes there still, right?
Yeah.
So if we increase the amount of offset or padding around that image,
And it makes them
something
go
big,
away.
it makes it big, right?
Okay.
And we'll click apply. And we'll make it white so you can see your whole image. But that's too much padding around that for what we really want.
It's not awful, but
It's
I get
not
it.
awful, but right? So then we're going to go back in here, change our offset to negative. Does that make sense? Did you follow what I just did there?
I think so.
We're going to get rid of the white one. We're just going to delete it. Delete that
So
layer.
you have two offsets
I
there.
have two
Now you have
offsets.
one.
So I
Okay.
deleted the bigger one, and I'm going to change the smaller one to white.
Oh, okay. That's much
And
more.
now you have it.
pro
And then we'll
looking.
select both of them and flatten.
Now
Now we
flatten.
have 4 stickers.
All
Does
right.
that all make sense? I think
It
that
did.
was
I
a little
think it did.
confusing.
And ladies and gentlemen watching at home, if anything's confusing, just watch this. Just play it back. You can play it back, I think, at half speed on YouTube.
All right. So all of our stickers are a little big.
I do that all
I'm going to
the
go
time.
ahead and shrink them down to where they're just around the 3-inch mark. Okay, so this one looks pretty good.
All right, so I see you have inches along the top of your design space.
We do.
So is that the width of the actual sticker paper up top?
This right here,
Yeah, that ruler there?
the ruler is my canvas space.
But that's not your mat.
That is not my mat.
Oh, all right,
That is
that's
not
why I
my-
would get
If you wanted
confused.
to show the size of your mat, you would actually have to go in here and maybe draw a box.
Oh, no.
And
So it
size
doesn't
your
matter.
box. No, it
So this is
doesn't matter.
not your mat we're
This
looking
is
at.
not my mat I'm looking at. Not
Well, how
yet.
do we figure out where they're going to go on the mat?
All right, so let's go ahead. We've got everything sized down about the way we like it.
All right.
So we have our Cricut Joy Xtra selected. We're going to click on Make It. And now I can see
Whoa,
my mat.
it automatically put those on the mat?
Yeah.
Like it smartly knows how to put those on the mat with the offsets?
Everything that was on our canvas is now on our mat, ready to go.
And there's going to be enough space for the offset around everything?
Yeah.
It just knows?
Yeah. And you can also space these
Oh,
out
you
if
can
you
move 'em.
prefer. Yeah.
Oh, but Cricut did that automatically.
Cricut did it automatically.
Huh.
So are you ready to cut these?
Yeah, let's do it. Well, we got to print them first.
We're going to, we're going to go to Continue. And we're going to go ahead and send this to printer. We're going to turn bleed off, system dialog, print, just like we did before,
Okay.
and preferences, paper quality.
That
And
photo
we're
paper
going to do the
works
photo
great.
paper mat
Yeah.
and say OK, and they'll be ready to print.
All right. Now we're going to print our beautiful stickers. We're going to use a
And while
different
that's
paper this
Yeah,
time.
we're going to use a different paper this time. So we're going to use the Cricut waterproof sticker set. It's in white and it comes with 6 printable vinyls and laminate sheets.
Well, that's cool.
So we're going to, this is the vinyl,
We talked about
and
that
then we're
on
going to
our blog.
laminate on top of it.
Because we want to put these maybe outside on the car or something that we would put outside. And also this will make them scratch proof as well, which
Water
is very
resistant.
exciting. Yeah. I can imagine that this would give it a little bit of UV protection too, since it's built as an outside paper, so it won't fade as well. Do you know the red fades faster than any other color in the
You
sun?
said that.
And skin tones are especially affected because there's a lot of red in skin tones. So if your skin tone fades and your red fades, all you're left with is yellow and blue, which means people start to look green. So if you've ever seen people on bus stop ads that start to look
That's
green, that's because
interesting.
the red is fading and they didn't have adequate UV protection.
That's interesting.
Pro tips. All right, this is going to take a while to print, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you back when it's coming out. All right, so there are our prints.
Ooh,
Look at
at
how
the
wet it
wet.
is.
Oh my gosh.
So
that did not turn
yeah,
out great.
so Cricut paper does not like to accept, looks like the black ink as well. Although I think it's kind of like schmeary.
Yeah, I wouldn't run this through the Cricut right now. This would have to dry.
Should we print it again and not choose photo paper? Because the
I think
eyes
we
look
should-
a little dark.
Why don't we do that? Why
We
don't
look like demons.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's print it again, but this time we're not going to choose photo paper.
What
Just do
happened here?
plain paper.
All right, like the other vinyl was great as photo paper, but apparently this doesn't have a layer to absorb the ink. So let's try it as regular paper.
All right, so
and
let's
see
do it
what
one more
happens.
time. So in Design Space,
So pro tip.
we're going to go back to printed, and we're going to send it back to the printer again.
Wow, that's coming fast. So apparently it's
much
using
better.
regular.
It's much better this way.
Let's see what that looks like.
Oh yeah.
Ah, look how fast that's
Look,
using a lot less ink. Yeah.
And you can do a comparison with that one.
Oh,
Look
you
at
can
that.
see that the colors really pop on this one, but it's too much. You can see that the ink is still wet. But on this one, the eyes don't look demonic, but the colors are not as vibrant. Nonetheless, it looks good enough to make a sticker. How does he look? He looks better on there. He's kind of, ooh, I don't know, it's cartoonish on there. There's way too much black.
Way too much.
It is a different kind of black ink on these Epson printers, so it is a pigment ink instead
right.
of a dye. So, it's a
So
little
let's go
different.
ahead and cut these.
All right, so
over
we'll
here.
cut the dry ones.
We'll cut the dry ones. So we have it laid out on our mat, and I'm going to choose the printable waterproof sticker set white.
It's amazing how fast that print was using regular paper.
Using regular paper setting.
And this gives you an indication of how much ink it uses when you're doing the photo setting.
Right. and say go. But the paper that we used to create the pumpkins, we did the photo setting on that paper and it came out
It was perfect. Yeah, really. We didn't do any black on the pumpkins. Maybe we should do another print on that paper of these.
Maybe.
Let's see what happens.
Maybe
Compare the two.
That'd be a good idea.
All right, so the cut is done. We're die cutting again, right?
We are die cutting again.
Because we're going to sell these to the highest bidder. If you want to buy these, give me a call at 1-800-555 blah 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 blah. Look at that. All right, let's take a look at these under some good light and see how they cut. All right, what do you think of these?
I think they
The
look
prints
great.
and the cuts.
I like them a lot.
Did they cut perfectly along these that have borders?
They did. They did.
Looks good. I don't
They
see any
look
white
really good.
space there at all.
And this one, that just looks cute as all get out.
It's adorable.
Yes, I
And
think
our
they look
family
great.
unit with the words came out really nice too.
That looks
Good
nice.
work. I would consider that a success, Felicia.
Agreed.
All right, should we do the other paper that we used last time and see what happens with the black? I have a feeling the same thing's going to happen
Let's
if we
do
put
it.
it on photo quality. Let's give
do
it a
it.
shot. Oh yeah, there's definitely a difference in paper. Look how beautiful the colors are popping, and I don't see the black. Can you pull that out and show me if the black is running like it did on the other one? There's a lot of black on my picture there. Does it look wet?
Oh, it does not look wet.
No, just a little bit on the legs there, but look at the colors popping. You don't have that run. How do our eyes look? You can still see the white of the eyes there. So I'd say that is that's the paper to use, isn't it?
That looks pretty nice. Let's take it over here.
All right, we're going to cut the vinyl paper. This is the not Cricut paper, right?
Right.
There's a huge difference in print quality there. It's amazing. Those colors just really pop. I can't wait to look at these side by side. Wow, look at that difference.
Right. Look how much the colors pop.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. You especially see it in Family Unit and Cruiser Reviews. Yeah, the blue is much deeper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. See, this one's... Which one is that? It's the Cricut paper, right?
This one's the Cricut paper.
Yeah.
This
So
one's
maybe
not.
his skin tones are a little more... You probably don't want to put as much ink on the skin tones. How about these two? Which one do you think looks better?
This one's Cricut. This one's not.
What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of like this one better.
Yeah, a little less ink, huh?
Yeah, I like of these two though.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the Cricut one. I like this one better for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And this lighter one is the Cricut one as well, and I like this one.
Now, normally you wouldn't cut photographs
No.
or caricatures on the same... You wouldn't print them at the same time.
Right, you're probably not going to do that very often. You're going to do more something along the line of Family Unit and Cruise Reviews. So for me,
So I would say do photo quality for colors and letters, but not photo quality
Right.
for skin tones.
let's go ahead and do one more cut of this on the Cricut waterproof sticker paper, laminate it, and then cut it. All right, we have our stickers printed out.
Is it true this is incredibly difficult?
For me, this is incredibly difficult, but I'm going to take off the top cut from our lamination sheet, and I'm going to turn this over because that's the sticky part now.
Okay.
And I am going to, actually I'm going to lay this from the bottom up.
Don't they make lamination machines for this?
Here, right?
This is incredibly... I don't think I'd ever be
Okay.
able to get this straight.
So I laid it from the bottom up, that way
Okay.
it was nice and straight. I'm going to take my scraper tool and I'm going to roll back the lamination piece and start that peel. See, it peels up.
Oh God, no. No.
I'm going to turn this
no.
my way.
No.
I can do this better. I could see you doing this right
No,
now.
this is impossible.
All right.
Who does this?
And I'm just going to roll this.
Okay, for the record, I'm never going to do this. Can't you use a hot laminator? Lamination
I
sheets?
don't know the answer to that. I think you can, but I'm not sure if it will read the registration marks. And I'm told that you can put this right over it and Cricut's going to read the registration marks.
It's the important thing to just do this before you cut.
Do this before you cut.
'Cause once it's cut,
That's
then
right.
you have to use scissors.
Right. Right. There you go.
Or you can't, actually, you can't do that.
Okay.
That looks pretty good. Pretty
Pretty good?
smooth. I don't see any bubbles.
No bubbles. So we're using the printable waterproof sticker set white, and we're going to add this to our mat. And then we're going to send it through the Cricut Joy Xtra and cut it.
There's no problem with the shiny surface. I was able to scan it perfectly.
Yeah, right? There's
Good.
no problem with this particular laminate on the Cricut sticker paper, reading the registration marks and everything. It's working perfectly.
So I've heard some stuff you put laminate on, it will actually reflect too much.
Right.
This is a little more matte-y, if that's even a word.
Ooh. Chose this waterproof sticker set white, and they didn't come off all the way.
So we have a kiss cut.
Well,
Sort
we're
of.
not really cut through.
We have an involuntary kiss cut.
Oh, we have an involuntary kiss cut.
All right, so this is what a kiss cut looks like.
This is what a kiss cut. This is actually really good.
It's good to take this and just cut squares away. Actually, that'd be a good way to distribute them if you just did a kiss cut and then cut them into squares and people would be able to peel them.
Yep, exactly.
That's
I've seen
interesting.
people create outlines for that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, that's good to know.
Yep, there you go.
All right, well, let's look at them side by side and do some scratching.
Okay.
We're actually going to put all these stickers on something and then do our scratch test. We can't do the water test. Actually, we could do the water test. Just take a paper towel and run it over it and see what happens. And our test platform is complete. And what I don't want to tell you is that these are upside down when you put your laptop up. Upside down.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do the test.
Okay.
Do you want to use your nails or my nails?
You better use yours.
So a lot of people complain about scratching. The ink on stickers scratches off.
These two, this is the regular vinyl. This is the Cricut one. No.
Without the...
And this is the laminate. You're not going to scratch laminate.
Okay.
But these are fine. This is the vinyl again. No scratching. Cricut, no scratching. And the laminate.
All right, let me get into it. Do it really good.
Two.
Ooh, see that? Ooh, so if you had it in your pocket, you're scraping it against something, you're going to lose
Why would
that.
you have a sticker in your pocket?
Gee, you put it on the back of your phone or something, your keychain or something. Cricut did not.
You're just
Look at
damaging
that, the
these.
vinyl
Look
did.
at that.
And how about, well, nothing's
not
going to
gonna
happen
get-
here.
no.
Yeah, the laminate's going to make it perfect, so nobody's going to be able to mess with that. How about up here? Ow.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to damage it.
You're
And
doing a
here's
good
Cricut
job.
Paper. Look, I can't do this. This is the printable vinyl.
Yeah.
So that is scratchable. I mean, it looks great, but it's scratchable. Look at that. I tore it all up. Same kind of thing. And nothing on the
Interesting.
laminate. Interesting how they wear. Look at that.
Interesting.
So the Cricut stuff actually does wear a little better. It doesn't have the same color popping aspect as that. So it's really something you need to, you probably want to print it on here and laminate this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then for the win, you know what I mean?
For the complete win, that's what you do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nothing happens here. How about here?
Let me see the napkin.
Uh-oh, lost a little bit here.
No, not bad though. That's not bad.
She's putting one over here.
I'll tell you, if we had put laminate on the
On the vinyl.
vinyl, we wouldn't have had a problem.
Yeah.